Neil, I know we're pushed up against time, but 3D printing, let's touch on that real quickly because I think that's another fantastic topic.
There is no way that 10 years from now or 12 years from now, you will want to live in the sort of home you live in today. 3D printing started being extremely unattractive because essentially you've got a printer that is printing concrete, right? And it's printing it in layers and going up the walls. And so far, they're basically doing foundations and walls. They haven't figured out how to do roofs. I don't even think that they'll figure it out how to do roofs in the next 10 years. But obviously, it saves an enormous amount of time. But what I am starting to see in 3D printing in the last 12 months that's really exciting is that we're going to go beyond walls. So walls in the United States, and this is not the case in Asia, by the way, where they make beautiful homes. We're the shittiest in the world amongst the developed world when it comes to walls, because all we know is we know how to do stucco, we know how to do drywall. And so every wall looks really ugly and every wall looks really rectangular. Why do they have to be rectangular? Why can't walls be curved? Why can't walls have patterns and shapes? Because it costs a great deal of money to do that. Nobody wants to do it, correct? But what if you had 3D printing? It doesn't cost anymore for your walls to have curved, beautiful patterns. It doesn't cost anymore for a shelf to come out of a wall. So and also doesn't cost anymore. You know, remember how black and white printers in the 80s used to be less expensive than color inkjet printers, right? A 3D printer is simply an inkjet printer that extrudes, throws out concrete, correct? What's to prevent them from blending color in over time? So in 10 to 15 years, when you buy an average starter home in the United States, it's going to be a lot cheaper because 3D printing is much faster. It takes a couple of weeks or less to print a home. And more importantly, it'll be massively more attractive at no additional cost. We only make square, and rectangular homes because they're the easiest to make now. But from what I can see, it makes no difference what the shape is for 3D printing. Think about ceilings. Almost unless it's a luxury home, we only print flat ceilings in the US. Why don't we have the kind of ceilings that we see in India or in Asia where they're, louvered, they've got different levels to them, they've got LED lighting behind them. We don't do it because it's cost. But when a 3D printer is printing a ceiling, would it be the same cost? It's just printing something that's a different pattern. So 3D printing is the largest revolution in real estate. It's not tokenization, because tokenization simply democratizes real estate. It makes it easy to own real estate. What 3D printing does is it makes it cheaper, right?
What
real
does that
estate
do to
hasn't gotten
existing
cheaper
home values?
in 50, well, significant drop. I think that the honest answer is a plateau followed by a significant drop. I see it coming, best guess, this is a guess obviously, somewhere in the 2028 to 2031 timeframe when it becomes very obvious that people would only want to live in 3D printed homes. Now, of course, it's not universal. It's not going to be everywhere. California doesn't allow the use of concrete because of earthquakes. So I think that economy is better protected. But anywhere where you don't have earthquakes, where concrete is pretty common, I think you'll see some incredible revolutions happening in the next 10 years in 3D printing.